Today we'll take a fresh and more understandable look at oxalates, which are naturally occurring substances present in a variety of foods, and their effects on your joints, kidneys, and general health. Sometimes oxalates crystallize inside your body, causing painful conditions like kidney stones or even pseudo-gout, where oxalate buildup, rather than uric acid, causes inflammation in the joints. Oxalates have far-reaching effects, but most people only think of kidney stones when they think of them. These crystals can become lodged in your skin, blood vessels, joints, and bones when your oxalate levels rise. Because of this, people who experience frequent headaches, inflammation, or muscle pain may be unwittingly suffering from oxalate overload. It can even resemble other medical conditions in certain situations, which makes diagnosis more difficult. Joint stiffness, eye discomfort, urinary pain, and even intestinal irritation are typical symptoms of oxalate buildup. When the body is unable to adequately process or eliminate oxalates, these symptoms may manifest. However, what is the cause of this imbalance? Although many fruits, vegetables, and plants naturally contain oxalates, meats and dairy products do not. Particularly high in oxalates are foods like spinach, almonds, peanuts, chocolate, strawberries, beets, and tea. It's interesting to note that kidney stones are not always the result of eating foods high in oxalate. Research indicates that elevated urinary oxalates are not always associated with dietary oxalates. Therefore, the issue is frequently with your body's capacity to properly control and get rid of them. The gut or kidneys are typically where the true problem starts, particularly when either system is damaged or out of balance. Oxalates can enter your bloodstream directly and build up in your kidneys if your digestive tract is devoid of certain helpful bacteria that aid in their breakdown. In the following section, we'll learn how oxalate buildup can be unexpectedly influenced by gut health, liver function, and even insulin resistance, as well as how to naturally address it. The relationship between the gut and the primary causes of oxalate issues. Your first line of defense against oxalate overload is a healthy gut. Certain bacteria, particularly strains of lactobacillus, aid in the breakdown of oxalates inside your digestive tract before they can enter your bloodstream. However, this natural defense is diminished if you have dysbiosis, which is an imbalance in gut bacteria. Oxalates are not properly broken down when the gut becomes unbalanced, which is frequently brought on by antibiotics, a poor diet, or chronic inflammation. Rather, they are absorbed, move through your body, and eventually gather in your joints and kidneys. Liver and kidney health are also important. Oxalate metabolism can be hampered by diseases like diabetes, fatty liver, and insulin resistance. These disorders make it more difficult for the kidneys to remove extra minerals, which makes the conditions ideal for the development of stones. This cycle is frequently exacerbated by years of eating a diet high in carbohydrates or sugar, which impairs kidney filtration capacity. When people adopt ketogenic or low-carb diets, their bodies frequently start to heal themselves. For many people, oxalate accumulation can be decreased by a fat-burning metabolism and ketone production, but not everyone benefits from this change, particularly if there is underlying damage or an imbalance in the gut. The most important lesson is that oxalate accumulation is not solely a food problem. It's a microbial and metabolic issue. Supporting your body's entire detox system, from the kidneys to the liver and gut, is necessary to address it. Next, I'll outline the precise foods and supplements that can help your body naturally eliminate oxalates, neutralize them, and safeguard your kidneys. Making wise food selections and preventing oxalate absorption. Limiting certain foods, particularly spinach, almonds, peanuts, and chocolate, is the first step in lowering oxalate accumulation. These are some of the main sources of oxalate. However, it's not always necessary to cut them out entirely. By pairing them with foods high in calcium, you can prevent the absorption of oxalate. This is how it operates. In your intestines, calcium forms a bond with oxalates to stop them from getting into your blood. For instance, combining cheese with spinach or nuts can reduce the absorption of oxalate and safeguard your kidneys. Probiotics are another useful tip. Choose a high-quality supplement that contains lactobacillus species, which are beneficial bacteria that are experts at breaking down oxalates. Frequent use lowers the risk of oxalate reabsorption and promotes gut balance. Citric acid and magnesium are also strong allies. Specifically, magnesium reduces the formation of crystals, by preventing calcium from forming a strong bond with oxalates. In a similar manner, citrates help your body eliminate those chemical bonds through urine by weakening them. It's great to include foods high in magnesium in your diet, but since it can be difficult to get enough from food alone, supplements containing magnesium glycinate may be a good option. Simple beverages and everyday routines that naturally raise citrate levels, support kidney health, and prevent stone formation will be covered in the following section. That did Dorbit or natural drinks to protect and cleanse your kidneys. In order to dissolve oxalate crystals before they become problematic, citrates are necessary. Drinking lemon water every day is one of the simplest ways to increase your intake of citrates. Natural citrates, which are abundant in lemons, aid in the kidney's neutralization of excess minerals. You can squeeze lemon juice into your drinks or blend an entire lemon with water. It tastes better with a few drops of stevia added. Some people prefer to combine lemon juice with water, apple cider vinegar, and a potent mixture that aids in kidney detoxification and digestion. Another important component that is frequently disregarded is vitamin D. It helps bind calcium with oxalates before they enter the bloodstream, improving intestinal absorption of calcium. Unfortunately, a lot of people have genetic variations called vitamin D polymorphisms that affect how well their bodies absorb or activate vitamin D. This surprisingly prevalent genetic condition has been associated with an increased risk of calcium oxalate stones. Approximately 10,000 IU of vitamin D per day can help most adults maintain optimal levels and lower their risk of developing stones. Prior to taking supplements for an extended period of time, always check your blood levels. We'll wrap things up in our last section, which covers lifestyle choices, hydration, and the best preventative strategy to maintain kidney health for many years to come. Ispria. The best strategy for preventing oxalate prevention is easy once you know what oxalates are. Your best defense is to stay hydrated. To keep your urine diluted, drink at least 2.5 liters of water each day. This stops oxalate and calcium from combining to form stones. Consume probiotics, magnesium, citrates, and vitamin D on a regular basis to support your kidneys. When combined, they produce an environment that makes it difficult for oxalates to crystallize. Maintain a balanced diet. Rather than avoiding all foods that contain oxalate, concentrate on combining them in the right ways, such as calcium with greens, lemon water with meals, and drinking plenty of water throughout the day. Keep in mind that the objective is to balance oxalates, not to frighten them. Your body can manage them effectively if you follow the correct diet and lifestyle.